Thanks for tuning in. My name is James Murray, founding partner at Prairie Capital, here to discuss our 2021 investment offering while providing a brief education on opportunity zones. An Opportunity Zone Fund is a new investment vehicle created as part of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act to incentivize investment in targeted communities called Opportunity Zones. Opportunity zones are census tracts designated by state and federal governments targeted for economic development. Opportunity funds allow investors to defer federal taxes on any recent capital gains until December 31st, 2026. Investors can reduce their capital gains tax payment 10% and pay zero taxes on potential profits from an Opportunity Zone fund if the investment is held for 10 years. An investor who has triggered a capital gain by selling an asset like stocks or real estate can receive special tax benefits if they roll that gain into an Opportunity Zone fund within 180 days. After 10 years of holding an investment within the Opportunity Zone funds, any gains made through appreciation will not be taxed. Tax benefits result in strong purchase demand and promote future growth, forcing appreciation of real estate located within these zones. If you want to be eligible to receive 10% basis increase on deferred gains, December 31st, 2021 is the last date to be invested in a qualified Opportunity Zone fund. Some people like to buy property and hope that it appreciates over the years. If you're in a position to hold real estate through market corrections, this strategy does appear to work, but it is simply a speculative investment. Our investment strategy is to add value by creating equity through efficient and effective development while diversifying income streams to capture short-term gains in order to multiply returns in long-term holdings, and retaining those gains by taking advantage of tax savings. Opportunity zones are an excellent way to take advantage of tax savings both short and long term. Not only does our strategy provide safe returns through asset diversification and equity capture, we also provide extremely high returns through our ability to capitalize, minimize, and utilize. Our fund will leverage capital to develop apartment buildings and condominiums, minimize risk and increase equity with a bulk purchase of discounted land, while utilizing production-style development to ensure efficient and effective construction. With this strategy in place, it is possible for our fund to achieve 63% returns through the sale of apartment buildings, 94% returns for the sale of condominium units, and 26% return on investments in the form of annual income produced from the rental units we keep in our long-term portfolio. This recipe for returns is only made possible because we got the sauce. At this point, I'll hand over the microphone to my role model, mentor, business partner, and father, Bob Murray.
Thanks, James. Since 2017, our secret sauce has been a recipe for great returns. With a fine-tuned business model and the right strategic partners in place, we have decided it's time to share our secret sauce to open up our operation for investments. As a licensed broker with Care Realty, James has access to the MLS to create listings, manage showings, and negotiate contracts. Our material supply company, Murray Millwork, provides access to high-end custom doors, windows, moldings, and cabinetry, all at wholesale pricing. Last but not least, our development company, the Build Design Build, provides turnkey development service with a proven team of skilled tradesmen and general labor that consistently finish projects on time and within budget.
Thanks, Bob. The vertical integration of our fund allows for full control of costs and asset marketability. With in-house brokerage service, product supply, development, and property management, we can quickly pivot as needed in order to secure the highest returns for our investors. Vertical integration of management along with production-style approach to land acquisition and development allows for assets to be brought to market with a cost savings of over 20% compared to an average development project. Our secret sauce results in cost savings of an average 5% on property management fees, 5% on development fees, and 15% savings on labor and material. While investing in multifamily residential real estate offers safe returns, it is management intensive, can be expensive, and brings a higher level of competition. Investing in Opportunity Zone Fund allows for capital to be leveraged into more income producing properties. This strategy helps to diversify risk while increasing equity and reducing tax burdens. Our $2 million fund will be leveraged into over $10 million worth of real estate over the course of 2 years. 1/3 will be sold as apartment buildings, 1/3 will be sold as condominiums, and the remaining 1/3 will be held in our long-term portfolio for market rate rental income. Diversification of asset offerings limits the risk of market saturation while providing immediate double-digit returns on 2/3 of our capital. At the same time, it allows us to take advantage of the amazing tax benefits on the remaining 1/3 of our capital. By holding income-producing assets in our Opportunity Zone funds, we can benefit from the paper expense of depreciation while paying no capital gains on appreciation. We are currently raising $2 million and intend to be fully capitalized by March 1st, 2021. $600,000 of these funds will be used to purchase 12 lots directly from the City of Chicago by May 1st. The remaining funds of $1.4 million will be used as a down payment to obtain construction financing from our current lender, Lakeside Bank. With building permits and construction financing in place, Phase 1 of development, the first three-unit buildings, can begin as early as July 1st, 2021. Funds will be used to acquire and develop multifamily properties and condominiums in the Grand Boulevard community of Chicago, Illinois. The average price of a multifamily lot in 2020 was $75,000. With a fully capitalized fund, we will make a one-time purchase of 12 lots directly from the City of Chicago at an average cost of $50,000 each. Here's just a small example of the vacant land held in the city's inventory that meets our zoning and opportunity zone requirements. 4322 South Prairie is a perfect example of an ideal lot. It's a double lot which allows for 2 identical 3-flats to be built. Identical 3-flats on the same parcel make everything more cost efficient, from pulling permits to construction to marketing the building for sale or managing the units as rentals. Another great benefit of purchasing land directly from the city is instant equity. Purchasing 12 lots directly from Chicago at a bulk discount results in $300,000 in equity capture. At this point, you're thinking, why would Chicago do that, or how come everyone doesn't do this? The city has been extremely generous with their land offerings over the years, especially in underdeveloped communities. From the Dollar Lot program that ended in 2018, to the ongoing TIF districts, to the various grants and tax incentives continually being offered to developers, the city does appear to be very pro-investment, and for good reasons. One of those reasons is the $600,000 of income they would receive from the sale of just 12 of their 400 vacant lots currently in the Grand Boulevard community. Also, each 3-unit building will generate the city an estimated $7,000 in annual revenue from property tax. These parcels of land are currently sitting vacant, producing no income. When fully developed, our 12 buildings will generate the city over $84,000 annually. In addition to providing the city income, new development benefits the community by stimulating the local economy, promoting demand, and future growth. Chicago has a 7-page application outlining in detail how to propose a discounted land purchase. There's a link to the application available for download on our website under the Download Links tab. To answer the question, why doesn't everyone do this? Well, it's a lot of paperwork. This is the submission checklist from the application. Everything from the construction pro forma, revenue projections, conceptual site plans, floor plans, elevations, economic disclosure statement, principal profiles, financial statements, organizational and operating documents, residential developer license, and letter of interest from financing sources. We have most of these items already prepared and ready to be submitted. Neighborhoods in Grand Boulevard consist of Bronzeville, Douglas, and Washington Park. All 3 are currently and have been experiencing rapid gains in residential real estate, retail, and economic growth. This study was part of an appraisal done by the Prairie Evaluation Group for our current development in Bronzeville. The full report is available under the Download Links tab of our website. The housing trends do appear to be going up. Detached homes have increased 12.5 and 14.6% year over year. Attached sales, meaning condos, townhouses, and row homes, have increased 5% and 16.7% year over year. 2 to 4 unit buildings had a 34.5% increase from 2018 to 2019 and experienced an 8.1% increase into 2020. The market area summary of the report indicates we are still in the growth phase. This is described as a duration of time in which the neighborhood is establishing while gaining public favor and acceptance. Grand Boulevard is approximately 5 miles south of the Loop, 18 miles southeast of O'Hare Airport, and approximately 7.5 miles northeast of Midway. Major employers include the U.S. government, Chicago Public Schools, Cook County, Advocate Healthcare, Northwestern Memorial Hospital, and the University of Chicago. Population is reported to be entering the stabilization phase of the neighborhood life cycle. The report indicates a slight population growth as well as an increase in household income of 1 to 1.2%. We've spent the last 12 months developing and selling to the Grand Boulevard community, and we are confident that this market will continue to meet and exceed our expectations. Proper execution of our plan is made possible with construction financing. Lenders need to feel comfortable that the borrower has the knowledge and the skills to complete the project on time and within budget. After the team has been fully vetted, the project is then underwritten based on its profit potential or its ability to produce income. The underwriter will use comparable sales and rental pro formas to evaluate the deal. Terms are typically negotiated at 75% LTV, or loan-to-value ratio. This means the bank will lend up to 75% of the project's estimated value upon completion. Funds are then allocated to be drawn upon for construction use. Typically, 4 to 5 draws will be made throughout the project as certain milestones are met. Interest only accrues on funds that are drawn upon. Land has been purchased, the construction is complete, now it's time to make some money. Actively working the Grand Boulevard market as a developer and real estate broker, providing me crucial insight along with an interesting vision on how to best monetize 12 3-unit buildings. Instead of selling 36 condos, 12 apartment buildings, or finding 36 tenants to occupy our rental units, we plan to reduce supply shock through diversification of our asset offerings. We will be selling 4 3-unit apartment buildings, we will sell 12 condominium units, and we will keep 4 3-unit buildings with 12 rental units in our long-term holding portfolio. While structurally, these 12 assets will be very similar, even our rental units will have condo quality, the numbers behind the deals differ slightly. Let's start with the sale of an apartment building. These are going to be 3-unit buildings, each featuring 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an open concept layout with a 3-car garage. Comparables in the area are selling from $850,000 to $1 million. There are currently 3 on the market, and 4 have closed over the last 12 months. The estimated profits on the sale of an apartment building are $75,000 to $100,000. Let's further evaluate the numbers behind the deal. We have cost of land at $50,000 and other closing costs to purchase of $7,700. We have cost of construction coming in at $650,000. These numbers are good as of January 1st, 2021. The plans I used for the takeoff are of a 3-unit development currently being built at 4516 South Indiana and is available for download on our website. I also hired 2 third-party construction estimators to do a complete construction takeoff of the plans, and they both returned similar numbers. We have a very high level of confidence this 3-unit building can be built for $650,000. Holding costs include interest payments, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and miscellaneous expense. This number is conservative. Currently, there are no property taxes on the land as it is city owned. The interest payments may also be lower as mortgage rates continue to decrease. The selling price of $900,000 is also very conservative. Multifamily real estate is one of the hottest investments right now, and there are plenty of comparable sales to support the $900,000 selling price. Selling costs include broker fees and title company expense. After breaking down all the numbers, the profit comes in at a conservative $93,650. With a down payment of $175,000 and a profit of $93,650, this build provides a return on investment of 54%. Chicago buyers love their condos, and the Grand Boulevard community is no different. It's a place to call their own, and in our market, owning typically provides a more affordable monthly payment when compared to renting a unit of similar size and quality. Our condominium units feature 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a modern open concept layout with garage parking. Comparable units are selling for $325,000 to $350,000. 5 units are currently on the market, and 26 have closed over the last 12 months. These comparables are all new construction or high-end gut rehabs. Estimated profits are $50,000 a unit or $150,000 for the entire 3-unit condominium development. Condos are a little more costly to build because you typically want to use better finishes such as high-end appliances, more expensive light fixtures, etc. It can also be beneficial to pay attention to detail by adding things like crown molding or wainscot. As an investor, real estate broker, and developer, it is my job to evaluate the market to better understand what upgrades are necessary in order to provide the highest returns. This is a skill I've mastered through trial and error over the years. Something as simple as installing crown molding or wainscot often sets our listings far apart from competitors, leading to faster contracts and higher offers. With those details in mind, we estimated for an additional $50,000 in construction costs. We also added $20,000 for closing costs to account for the expense of incorporating the homeowners association, to stage at least one of the units with furniture, and to account for the cost of 3 separate closings. We have started HOAs in the past, and while it's fairly simple, it does require an attorney to draft the declaration and incorporate it with the state of Illinois. Despite the added cost, the sale of condos do provide an excellent return on investment. As you can see, profit from this build will result in just over $150,000. With a down payment of $187,500, that's an 81% return on investment. Rental units, much like our condominium units, will feature 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a modern open concept layout, and garage parking. Units similar to our planned development have been renting for $2,200 to $2,500 a month. There are currently 8 similar rental units available on the market, and 52 have rented over the past 12 months. The estimated annual income produced from our 3-unit apartment building is $20,000. Here we have a financial analysis of a 3-unit apartment building located in Grand Boulevard. Given the current rental comparables, we can conservatively assume monthly rental income at $2,200 a unit. We like to shave 7% right off the top to account for future vacancy and credit losses. If you're not familiar with these terms, basically when projecting into the future, it is important to forecast the expense of tenant turnover and non-payments of rents. Property management fees are also conservative. We have ours at 7% when the standard in the industry is 10 to 12%. We do this for 2 reasons. 1, as a licensed broker, keeping the leasing and management of these units in-house will save money for our fund. And 2, I would like to be in full control of the initial tenant screening and selection. Sometimes when property management is outsourced to a company, the faster they place a tenant, the faster they get paid. This can sometimes lead to poor decisions. Units of this quality will be in high demand and produce plenty of applicants. There is no problem carefully screening and vetting these tenants before making a decision. Income requirements will be 2.5 times the price of rent, or $5,500 a month. Minimum credit score of 650 and a minimum lease of 24 months. After a potential tenant is selected, I will meet them at their current place of residence for a final interview. Doing this allows me to further get to know them on a personal level, at the same time seeing how they treat their current home. I will also speak with their past and current landlord and any other references they provide. This may sound like overkill, but evictions in Cook County take 9 to 12 months. If spending an extra hour on tenant screening can help save 12 months of revenue, I believe it to be time well spent. As we previously went over, our construction costs for the apartment building are $650,000. Even though all of these will be considered condo quality, there is no reason to spend extra money on bells and whistles, as it doesn't appear to result in higher rental price. Investors and commercial lenders value income-producing properties using a formula called the capitalization rate. A simple way to understand the cap rate is, if you buy a property for $100, after all operating expenses, how many dollars does it return every year? In our area, new construction multifamily residential is selling at a cap rate of 6 to 7%. Using a cap rate of 7%, this building would be worth about $761,000 on paper. I say on paper because using comparable sales, it can easily be valued at $900,000. But because we're using a commercial lender and prefer a healthy DCR or debt coverage ratio, we don't mind being conservative with this valuation. With a 30-year mortgage at 4%, this building will produce around $1,700 a month, or just over $20,000 annually. The ROI is calculated funding the land and construction costs using our own funds and then refinancing out our cash at a 75% LTV. For example, with purchase and development costs at $650,000 and the paper value of the property at $761,000, the bank would allow us to do a cash out refinance of $571,000. If our lender does value the building at $900,000 and allows us to refinance out $675,000, our annual ROI would technically be infinity, as all the cash from our original investment position would have been returned. For now, projections are made using $78,000 of our capital as equity in the property. The total estimated cash flow after 10 years is $205,000. The estimated mortgage balance after 10 years is $444,000. The estimated value after 10 years, assuming 3% yearly appreciation, is $1,039,000, giving us estimated equity just shy of $600,000. Being that this is an opportunity zone, we don't have to pay any capital gains tax, but we do have to estimate 10% for closing costs upon the sale, giving us an estimated total return of $605,000. That's a total internal rate of return of 770%. Overall, I don't see much competition in this market, nor do I fear competition. When it comes to 2 to 4 multifamily developments, competitors set comparables and give us a template of what does and doesn't work. That being said, Kalos Group is a competing developer in our market. They have done at least 10 multifamily buildings since 2018 and have been in Chicago developing for over 25 years. This is one of their developments at 556 East 46th Place. As you can see, they implemented one of my favorite strategies, simultaneously constructing 2 identical buildings on a 50-foot parcel. Despite each unit only having 2 bedrooms, one building has already sold for $865,000 and the other one is currently under contract. Units inside that building are currently renting for $2,200 to $2,400 a month. These units are down the block from our current condominium development, and a few are still on the market. If you're interested in seeing them in person, please let me know and I'll schedule us a showing. You can also Google search the address 556 East 46th Place to view more pictures online. As a real estate broker, rule number one is location, location, location. The general contractor in me likes to say, kitchens, kitchens, kitchens. Kitchens sell homes. Fair and simple. Open concept, big island or peninsula, quartz countertops, shaker cabinets, and stainless steel appliances. That's all you need, baby. What you're viewing here is an artist's rendering of a potential kitchen layout. In the past, we've successfully used renderings to pre-sale properties on the MLS. This allows us to market the finished listing before construction is complete. Updated modern bathrooms are also key to fast contracts and higher offers. In the Grand Boulevard market, it's important to feature a bathroom located inside the primary bedroom. Updated plumbing, modern light fixtures, porcelain tile with a contemporary design, nothing too busy. When speculating on potential buyers, there is no need to take unnecessary design risks. You can never go wrong with clean and pristine. Other essentials specific to this market are including an in-unit washer and dryer, porch decks, and garage parking. When it comes to the washer and dryer, stackable units located inside a laundry closet seem to be fine. With shared outdoor space, a porch deck provides personal area to relax, barbecue, and host guests, and this is something owners and renters alike will both pay a premium for. Owners and renters also seem willing to pay a premium for garage parking. A 3-car garage might cost $30,000 to build, but units with garage parking on average sell for $20,000 more. Given there's 3 units in the building, it's a $30,000 investment to make an extra $60,000, which is a 100% return on investment. Pictured here are some photos from the Kalos Group listing at 556 East 46th Street. You can see here how little of space was used to house a stackable washer-dryer set. A set like this may only cost around $1,500 installed and will easily command an extra $100 to $200 a month in rent. The porch they built was beautifully done. The combination of wood and steel looks great while providing plenty of space. A majority of our past real estate investments have been remodels and gut rehabs. While it can be fun and profitable, it comes with guaranteed headaches. From finding the deal, competition driving up the price, not knowing what's behind the walls, or the inevitable unexpected construction costs, the list goes on and on. With new construction, we can make very accurate estimates of exact costs down to the very last nail, all done before we decide to take the deal. With our current deal offerings being off market and not available to average investors, there is no competition to drive up the price. Another advantage is being able to leverage capital. Our lender, Lakeside Bank, offers a product that allows us to convert our construction loan into a permanent 30-year mortgage. For example, a down payment of $175,000 would allow us to buy land and build a 3-flat that produces $20,000 a year, securing us $425,000 in equity on a $900,000 asset. Number 2, we're able to minimize risk by creating instant equity with the purchase of discounted land. 3, we're able to utilize production-style development to ensure efficient and effective construction. 12 builds within a 12-month time frame will save 20 to 25% in construction costs, multiplying our long-term profit margins. Lastly, with in-house brokerage and development, we can quickly pivot as needed to reduce supply shock through diversification of offerings. Despite our 3-unit builds all having a similar look and feel, we have the ability to offer 3 different types of assets. As we discussed, you have the apartment rentals, you have the sale of apartment buildings, and you have the sale of condominium units. You might be wondering how it's possible for us to save 20 to 25% on construction costs. Production style development is efficient and effective. It's efficient because we can save money on material and labor, and it's effective because the repetition helps reduce mistakes and miscommunication in the field. Ask anyone in the industry. Good tradesmen are very hard to find, and once found, they are very hard to keep. By keeping the same trades busy over the course of an entire year, it eliminates the need for costly callbacks and keeps the project moving so other trades can finish their duties on time and in budget. With that, we can segue into the construction schedule for our 3-flat development project. The project begins by prepping the site and pouring the foundation. This process will typically take 1 to 2 weeks. After the foundation is poured, the rough framing and masonry can begin. This process will take 3 to 4 weeks to complete. Next is the rough plumbing, electric, and HVAC. Once the rough-in is complete, the installation and drywall can be installed. Week 9 through week 12, we will install the flooring, trim, cabinetry, and countertops. Next, we install the finished mechanicals and fixtures. That's the vents, electrical, and plumbing fixtures. After those are installed around week 12, we can begin to paint and install the mirrors and bathroom accessories. Last but not least, the exterior landscape and a final deep clean for delivery. Our 3 flats with 12 to 1500 square foot units will average around 4 months to build. This is an ambitious timeline, but very possible with the implementation of production style development. By the end of quarter 1, we intend to have our fund fully capitalized. We will then begin the process of purchasing 12 lots from the city of Chicago. Once we have a tentative agreement with the city, we can finalize architectural plans, obtain permits, and schedule the closing for land acquisition and construction financing. Quarter 3, we can begin phase 1 of development. Phase 1 will consist of building the first 3 3-unit buildings. As soon as we start development, we will then begin to market condos, the rentals, and the buildings on the MLS using renderings of the finished product and photos of past developments. At the beginning of quarter 4, we will begin phase 2 of development. This will consist of another set of 3 3-unit buildings. At the end of quarter 4, we should be completed with phase 1 of development. And at this point in time, we will begin negotiating sales and rental agreements with future owners and tenants. Our architect, Michael Leary, designed a beautiful 3-unit building at 4615 South Indiana Avenue. This project is currently in development, and these plans are available to download via our website. These plans allowed us to confidently craft an accurate construction budget for the 3-unit building similar to the one we intend to produce. Michael's plan features a beautiful window design with a side entry door, which is an excellent touch. The floor plan features all the essentials with an open concept kitchen, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a bathroom suite with a walk-in closet, in-unit washer and dryer, rear porch, and a 3-car garage. The units are 1,550 square feet and are absolutely perfect for the Grand Boulevard market. With similar architectural plans, a $2 million capital infusion, and 12 plots of land, these are 2022 quarter 1 projections. We can expect $100,000 in profit from the sale of a 3-unit apartment building, $150,000 in profit from the sale of 3 condominium units, and 3 new tenants, resulting in $20,000 of annual income. With our well-crafted marketing strategy, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4 will produce very similar returns. We can once again expect $100,000 in profit from the sale of 1 3-unit building, $150,000 in profit from the sale of 3 condominium units, and $20,000 in annual income from the 3-unit building held in our portfolio. If implemented successfully, this strategy allows us to bring 3 new buildings online each quarter, monetizing each one differently. This not only prevents market saturation, but will allow us to set our own comparables, which could lead to higher than expected returns in quarters 3 and 4. Overall, year-end 2022 into 2023, we can conservatively expect $400,000 in profit from the sale of 4 apartment buildings, $600,000 in profit from the sale of 12 condominium units, and upon stabilization of the 12 rental units held in our portfolio, $80,000 in annual income. The estimated return from the sale of 4 apartment buildings and 12 condominium units is $1,450,000. That's just over a 70% return on our capital. The 4 buildings held in our portfolio will provide an internal rate of return of 770% over 10 years, with an estimated total return of $2.4 million. I wanted to see what would happen if we took $1 million in profit we made from the sales and used it to buy down the mortgage on the 4 buildings held in our long-term portfolio. The 10-year estimated return increased to $4.2 million with an internal rate of return of 1,359%. A document further detailing the financials behind this move is available for download on our website and is titled $1 million Debt Buy Down. Another option we have is to explore alternative opportunity zones. The Woodlawn market is hot right now. It is home to the University of Chicago. This area does differ block by block, but it is not uncommon to see new developments occurring throughout the neighborhood. It is not unfair to assume that the hot market of Woodlawn will have a spillover effect down to the South Shore area in the near future. South Shore is currently underdeveloped, and with its proximity to the lake, many industry experts agree that this area is due for a boom. Humboldt Park is a neighborhood where we currently own land and will continue to keep an eye on. It's just south of Logan Square and west of Wicker Park. It has great profit potential, and similar to South Shore, most areas are currently underdeveloped. Humboldt Park offers proximity to the Loop, but it lacks easy access to Chicago's CTAs. The city is currently reviewing a proposal to add another metro stop, which would allow the neighborhood faster access to the Loop via public transit. When the time comes, we will fully analyze all market opportunities and speak with our accounting team to help us make an educated decision. Distributing the income from sales as short-term capital gains is also an option. Currently, we are working on a 6-unit condo conversion in Bronzeville. The address is 614-616 East 46th Street. The remaining tenants are moving out March 1st and demolition begins that day. This project is a complete gut rehab. It's a beautiful 100-year-old brick building, structurally sound, but everything inside has to go. The architectural plans are complete and in for permit. These plans are also available for download on our website. In order to modernize the units, we will be completely changing the layout to achieve the open concept kitchen, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a new back porch, and garage parking. These numbers are from our lender, Lakeside Bank's appraisal team, the Palladium Group. With adequate height in the basement, we decided to duplex down the first floor units to achieve over 2,000 square feet of finished living space. The duplex units were appraised at $375,000, the second floor simplex units $275,000, and the third floor units $300,000. Top floor units typically sell for a premium because they offer more privacy and better views. The total retail value of all 6 units were valued at $1,930,000. With construction costs for this project coming in at just over $1 million, we anticipate solid returns from this development. We will be here working almost every day from March until August. Feel free to stop by anytime to check out the progress. If you're available the first week of March, we're offering free sledgehammer rentals from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Smashing walls down is clinically proven to increase mood, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. At this time, we don't plan on charging a fee, but that could change, pending demand from the public. We have averaged 70 to 100% return on investments over 9 projects. The average time it takes for our assets to be put under contract is 14 days. We have returned capital partners $140,000 on investments made since 2017. Here's a chart outlining our investment history. As you can see here, our company has profited just over $156,000 and over $140,000 for our capital partners. 70 to 100% return on investment may sound extremely high, but that's the power of leveraging capital. Check out the completed deals tab on our website if you're interested in a complete breakdown of the numbers behind each deal. I'll quickly share some highlights from our most recent project, 5020 South Prairie Avenue. Prairie was our official entrance to the Grand Boulevard area and one of our most successful investments to date. We purchased the unit for $75,000. The unit itself wasn't in distress, nor was the building, but the homeowners association was non-existent, as it fell apart shortly after the market crashed in 2008. We met with the other unit's owners, created an HOA, spent $50,000 on the rehab, and ended up selling the condo for $228,000. Because the building had good bones, mechanical, plumbing, and electric all in good condition, we were able to spend extra money on what we call the wows. Beautifully crafted coffered ceiling in the family room. Shiplap fireplace mantle with a granite surround. Barn door to separate the family room from the foyer. Crown molding and wainscot throughout the main hallway. Carrera quartz countertops and white shaker cabinetry. I knew from studying comparable sales, it was rare to see units on the market with this level of attention to detail. After just 7 days on the market, we had multiple offers over list price.
What we've done and will continue to do is made possible with the help of our team behind the scenes. Our attorney, accounting firm, and banking team pull the strings to make our dreams reality.
Slides from this presentation, along with supporting documentation such as financial projections, comparables, architectural plans, and appraisals, can be found under the Download Links tab of our website, www.prairieplacecapital.com. My personal cell phone number is 630-917-2328. Feel free to call or text me anytime. Thanks for hanging out through the duration of our presentation. We hope to hear from you soon.